G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the northeast, I guess you could say. It's kind of a central spawn that we've got here. But we've got Leenock playing, the Korean, who is somewhat famous for his performances in StarCraft 2. I used to watch this guy back in 2011 when I used to watch StarCraft. And he's going to be playing for us today, the Holy Roman Empire. On the opposite side of the map, spawning in the west orientation, I guess you could say, playing in the color red. The civilization Rus. It is the Viper. And he's going to be looking incredibly strong because he's got that absolutely beautiful beautiful monument in his town center. Look at that wood chopper right there. He knows what life is all about. It's about chopping wood down. So we're going to be checking him out, seeing how he's going. And already we see a dock going to be coming down for the Viper. And I love that. And now we've got a dock coming down as well for his opponent. Leenock already going down with a dock. So it looks like we've got a double scout coming out from both of these players. Prelate already coming down. Beautiful position that he's got here. Very close to the wood line. Very close to the main town center. Ark and Chapel going to be able to come down right here as well. This is such a great Ark and Chapel. All right, so fellas, I have got to shout out Alpha X right now because this is a tournament that I understand he's hosting. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the rights are with regard to that. Now, for anybody unfamiliar with this, you would be familiar with, like, you know, if you've ever played CSGO, right, you'd know that there's like the IEM and stuff like that. And typically those organizations would maintain the rights to that cast. And if they were to allow you to cast or co-cast with them, they would hit you up and they'd be like, hey, yeah, you're welcome to do this. But generally speaking, you wouldn't be allowed to go anywhere near their games. But in Age of Empires 4, the community is a little bit different here. And I think this was kind of weird for me when I came across, because it's in Age of Empires 2 as well. Essentially, everything is open casting. That means that if you are, you know, if you're playing in a tournament, that anyone can cast your games, really, unless it's explicitly stated not. At least that's the status quo. And so at the moment, Alpha X is hosting, I think this is an invitational, a little show match series, and Leenock and Viper are playing. I don't know what the score is at the moment, but I saw Viper was in a game. So I just clicked on his name, I opened it up, and someone mentioned, hey, Dronga, I think this might be the invitational. And indeed it is. So I'm going to leave a link in the description over towards the Africa TV Alpha X channel, where you'll be able to find content for Age of Empires 4, because he's hosting up this one. So big shout out to him. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this game's going to unfold, because if you get Leenock and Viper in the same room, I got a feeling it's not going to be a pretty fight. And that's exactly what he's managed to do today. And speaking of doing that, you guys know there's a little bit of a fight going to be coming up between these two guys at N4C. Berlin is the place that it's going to be. And you can already see Leenock doing a great job of stealing away some of Viper's hunts. He's got the 3 wolves already. 7 sheep, going to be looking to clean up this hunt, but he's got to be careful with his scout. You can see the scout losing a lot of health here. I think he might have to give up if he's not careful. He will lose that scout. So second scout, you can see the beautiful crossing. Now he's going to have to throw down a gate because he's done a little bit of miss micro there from Leenock, but we'll check in with Viper. We'll see how he's doing. And Viper looking incredibly strong already. Viper actually going to spot this hunt, and you can see that there's a couple of deer left here. Look at Viper, only sitting on 85 bounty between these two guys. So that's kind of, for Viper rather, that's not pretty. But now it looks like Viper going to be dropping down his golden gate, and Leenock on the other side of the map going to be doing something similar shortly. You can see that at the moment, still yet to gather up all of his resources. Is he really that far behind? Hold on, can I just throw out like a quick question? You've got Viper who's dropping down his golden gate already with 6 villagers, and you know, plenty of. Oh, look at this. And Leenock yet to go up. That's kind of crazy. Leenock's still yet to go up at this point in time. Leenock with barely. What's going on with Leenock? Stop the clock for Leenock? Like what? Hashtag stop the clock? Stop the counts? That's too soon, isn't it? Stop the count. Stop the count. I mean, Leenock 100% going to be losing out his. Is going to be losing his dock here. But to me, it's absolutely crazy that Viper is just literally aging up at a normal age up time with an extra 4 Lodger fishing ships. You know, because why not? Going to be looking to get out a 5th one out here. Or probably just go straight into his attack ship. We'll completely deny that from his opponent. So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw an outpost come down. But the issue is if he goes for an outpost down here, then Viper's very easily going to just be able to come down to this position and harass him here. Then I guess by the same token, I mean, then Leenock would be able to come up to this position and take these fish. But Viper now going to be coming in with the attack ship. You can see that one training up. Plenty of sheep underneath this town centre. Just 18 sheep hiding out here for Viper. He's playing a little bit like a New Zealander today, hiding those sheep inside his town centre. We've all been there before, our New Zealander friends, haven't we? But plenty of fishing boats coming out for him. He's just continuing to add behind this. And yeah, Viper looking incredibly strong. Now going to see that Lodger attack ship come out and begin to melt through this. You can see he's got the 8 villages back here on the Ark and Chapel. Beautiful spot for it, as we mentioned earlier. And now going to be looking to clean up this... Is he attacking the dock? Viper, are you attacking the dock? He really wants to kill this dock. He doesn't care about the fishing boats. Okay, he cares about the fishing boats. Now going to be focusing down the fishing boats. New age has begun for Leenock. Leenock going to be looking to equalize with the galley. Now, if he can get this galley out, he might actually be in a pretty decent spot. Now, keep in mind, Viper has invested down here 150 wood, plus for the Lodger attack ship 180 resources. Now, by the same token, it costs 360 to get that galley out. Looks like one fishing boat going to be going down. No wooden fortress at the moment, but Leenock's still going to be able to hold here. Still manages to have those three, the three fishing boats safe and alive. The galley is going to be the great equalizer. And still up towards the north, we can see Viper is farming it up. But the big difference here, in my opinion, Viper, yeah, realizes that he might be in a bit of trouble here. So once this galley comes out, Leenock's just going to be able to delete this wall, go up here, come past, and then shut down the fishing economy of his opponent. Because galleys are very strong. You don't mess with galleys. Galley going to be able to completely destroy the attack ship. You can see that here. And Viper really sticking to the second age. A lot of idle villagers at the moment. Has gone for a stable. And now going to be looking to get knights up towards the north of the map. Looking to make his way around. We can see those scouts already out and about. Not going to be going for professional scouts because he's got plenty of fish here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a wall delete here. Probably go for this one. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, but you just want to avoid giving away space to your enemy. Villager went down here, so Viper was trying to wall up the crossing. Leenock said, no, sir, you're not walling it up. Not on a Sunday. We do not permit walls on a Sunday. It is the day of rest. And he ends that suffering very, very quickly. And indeed, we do see now what appears to be a bit of a strike going to be commencing, and Viper now looking to wall up the crossing once again. Might potentially lose a villager if he's not careful. And now towards the base of Leenock, it looks like he's going to be able to pick up at least one or two. Nope, doesn't actually manage to take up any of those scouts. And the galley going to be coming through, going to be looking to pick up the second villager. Viper does realize it. And now going to be... Oh, so close. So close. Let's see if he manages to get these ones through. It looks like it might be stuck. He just says, I'm going to delete it. So he says, I'm going to delete this wall. I'm going to give you the ability to have control through here. I wouldn't be surprised if we just now begin to see like a whole bunch of these changing over. And indeed we do. 3 attack ships, it looks like. So forcing Viper to now invest in 540 resources worth, I think. 180. Going to be losing that galley if he's not careful. He's going to have to fall back down towards the river. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some walls coming up on the other side of the river. But if he's not careful, he's going to lose that galley. In fact, I think that galley is going to go down. He's just going to be able to chase away. We can see the galley now going to be turning its focus towards that early night. I don't even think Leenock cares about this galley. Galley does go down. He's going to be looking to get out a second galley because another attack ship has come up down towards this southern position. And Leenock, I mean, at this point in time, he's looking pretty stable, I would say. Scout back here behind Viper's base. He's going to be able to spot out any of those resource distribution or resource changes that he might. But nice little raid coming up towards the north. The spear is going to be coming out for Leenock as well. And yeah, Leenock looking very strong. Scouts now getting in on the action as well. How many tickets has Viper got in the bank? 1 ticket at the moment. He's managed to save up. Manages to take out the attack ship from his opponent. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do begin to see that galley move up towards the north. It shouldn't have a problem taking out those 2 attack ships either. It is quite an armored up bad boy, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 5 armor. So they do a lot of damage. Viper now looking to wall up the middle of the map. Prevent those units from coming through, those galleys from coming through. Being very annoying up towards this northern position. Or this western position, rather. Beautiful Ark and Chapel. We can talk about that all day. That is just absolutely amazing position right there from Leenock. 10. I wouldn't say a 10 out of 10 Arken. Oh, you know what? That's pretty close to a 10 out of 10. Obviously, you can still get the berries in there. You can still get the deer in there. Never going to be able to get it perfect, though. Now going to be going up to the next stage, dropping down that Regnitz. You can see all those villagers moving across. He's going to be able to have a few villagers still on food there just to supplement that potential villager of that villager. And got to be careful with these spears now. These spears managing to get taken out. Now we'll do a quick assessment of the relics. Leenock spawning in with what appears to be one of the best spawns you can possibly get. As a Holy Roman Empire player, you've got 3 relatively safe Erics. I was going to say Erics. Relics. Yeah, up towards this position, you can now see that the relic is here. And it's going to be a bit hard for him to get around there. He could probably chop through here. Otherwise, he's going to have to walk quite a distance to get up here. So that's the first relic, second relic up here, and then third relic behind here. So almost quite even, I would say. Now, keep in mind, Viper playing the Rus. He's going to be looking to get up to that castle edge as well. But obviously, Leenock ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, already spotting that prelate coming out. He should know. And, oh, the early knight misses it. The early knight misses it. The early knight misses the prelate. Oh, he's got to be so careful, because if he makes it towards this relic, he's going to be able to hold on to that relic. He's going to be able to clean this up, and you can see right now the early knight going to be coming back. He's going to be trying to make his way all the way up here, and he's going to be so careful of that Wallalol. He's going to do an early Wallalol. Bit of a mistake out here from Leenock, not really appreciating this. Going to clean this up now. You can see him actually making a bit of a run for it. He's going to be running for the other relic, potentially. No, it's going to be the spears that he's running to. Viper now going to be going up to the next stage as well. Spears got to hold tight to the prelate. Beautiful micro coming out from Leenock. You can see how tight he's holding this prelate to the spears. Spears going to be able to clean up this mess completely, and we see that that landmark going to be coming up. And look at him camping. He knows how important it is for him to hold this relic. He's happy to give away the second relic. He knows that there's no chance of that one being captured, or rather him stopping that one from being captured. But the third one is the one that he's really going to be fighting over. So we'll have a look and see how he does. I really wouldn't be surprised if we see him immediately rally that very first prelate, or that very first warrior monk out towards this position. And you can see he is really enforcing this. All of his units are out here in mass, and now we see horsemen coming out here. We see archers as well going to be moving out in that direction. And you know that Leenock really needs that relic and really wants it. Second relic going to be captured. Now, he really should be looking to contest this. Now, as I mentioned, I think like one of the ways that you could play this, but you've got to be so quick, so on the money with this, is actually try and look to chop down these trees here. Just you hit 1, 2, 3 trees, and I think you should be able to get through that gap. In fact, it might be a little bit tight, but I think you should be okay. You chop these 3 trees down with a villager, you're going to be able to sneak in, grab the relic, and sneak back out. Because the problem is, if you try and get past here, you're just going to get shelled by these boats, or attacked by these boats. Prelate coming in, looking to try and take it. It's going to get taken down. Wallalol not going to be able to make it off in time. And it looks like that prelate is going to be going down. And now Viper on the other side of the map going to be having those warrior monk coming out any second. We can see the horse archers also beginning with Viper, or beginning for Viper rather. And down in the middle of the map, we talked about this a little bit earlier, the walls beginning for Viper and just trying to cut off that attack. Leenock very happy down towards this position. Viper very happy towards his position. Both players fishing away without too much threat at this point in time. Viper expanding out towards the back. We saw that a bit earlier, being scattered out by the scout. Now the warrior monk moves out, and Viper actually doing a very smart move. And you can see that Leenock wants this relic. He knows about it. He knows that Viper is up in the 3rd age. He needs to take control of this relic, and if he doesn't, he's going to be down that 3rd relic for the entirety of the game, and we're about to witness it be stolen away. There she goes. There she goes into the night like a car doing 88 miles an hour. Gone with it. Leenock's chances at a 3rd relic. Now, obviously, he's going to have the chance of looking to pick up this relic down here towards the south. But, obviously... Oh, very cheeky, the Hulk. Is he going to capture the Hulk? Leenock actually manages to snipe out the warrior monk in the middle of the map with a Hulk. He goes for the secret dock and actually snipes it out. He knew it was coming. He sends the villager up on this northern face and actually comes in, takes out the relic while it was going back towards the base, forces the Wallalol out. And the best part is, if Viper didn't go for that Wallalol, he probably could have just got it through. So really well played. Now we begin to see Leenock look to take control. Absolutely incredible plays already coming out from Leenock. You can see him now beginning to make his way towards this position. Viper trying his best to secure up this 3rd relic. And you can see he's going to have a bit of a struggle here. The Hulk coming through. He's got to be careful. It looks like a second Hulk going to be coming out. And also that second warrior monk now goes down. Viper now looking to get cleaned up on this northern crossing. I think we counted Leenock out a little bit too early. Prelate goes down, unfortunately. And Viper definitely gets a little victory there that he snags away. Hulk with 6 armor. It's going to be so hard for these attack ships to work through that. You can see they've got 8 damage a shot, but it's just nowhere near exactly what he needs. And now beginning to move in that Hulk, coming in with a little bit of reinforcements, and you can see those attack ships just really suffering a lot now with these units, and Viper looking like he might be in a bit of trouble. Now, keep in mind, you won't be seeing score on the right-hand side of the screen because I want to keep things a little bit more secret for you guys. I don't want you to know who's ahead or who's behind. I want us to use our intuition and work that out for ourselves. And if you really want to see the score, I mean, we can just check it right here, and you can see that Leenock is actually pulling ahead by 700. But for the most part, let's use our intuition. Let's talk a little bit about how this game is unfolding, because Leenock going to be losing his Hulk here. You can see it's on 0 health, unfortunately, going down. That attack ship does survive. That Relic is still sitting safely in the middle here for Leenock. You can see him trying to wall up behind it. Not having a lot of luck. Knights towards the north going to be capturing it away. And take a look how many resources are in the bank right now for Leenock. He's trying his best to get up to that 4th age and really secure a victory here. Now, keep in mind his win condition, something that we talk about quite a lot. Look at this coming out from Leenock. The forward farms to the max right here. It is getting up to that 4th age. He's managed to find 2 legs of that Exodia. He's going to be looking for that 3rd one. We'll tell you what, we'll give him the chest piece because he's about to hit it, going up with the Palace of Swabia. Any second, there it goes, being dropped down in that wood line. Beautiful position for that. And now crossbows beginning to come out. Prelate coming in on the back. Actually, it's the villager he's going for. Few spears. He pokes down the villager. Villager just evaporates immediately. Oh, the warrior monk coming in. He's got to turn those spears around. If he doesn't turn those spears around, the Wololo could come out here if he's not careful. He's going to try his best. He's actually doing a pretty decent job, and I think Viper might actually be able to get this. So definitely Leenock not playing as safely as he should be in this position. Ideally, he should have had both of his Hulks up here. He should have had another prelate out here ASAP. I mean, I think he's got a prelate sitting inside this Archon Chapel, and he just never went out for this 3rd relic. Obviously, this prelate is coming out, but just too little, too late. JoJo's hit single of 2007 once again getting played as we witness Viper tearing apart Leenock, the Korean Zerg, completely. Viper stacking up quite a bit of wood right now. Could be looking to go in towards that 2nd town center. In fact, could be looking to go in towards that 3rd town center, as he loves to do. Viper known to be one of the greedier players in Age of Empires. Imperial now getting reached for Leenock, and Viper doing the right thing in trying to keep up with him. So I would definitely recommend, if I was Viper's coach right now, I'm sitting on his shoulder, I'd be like, hey Viper, add in that 3rd town center ASAP, bro. That is what I'd be saying to Viper. But we'll check in with Leenock. We'll see how he's doing, because he's gone up to the Imperial Age now, and you can see him rallying those villagers. Now let's talk a little bit about how Leenock is doing. Leenock, so typically we call the 3 legs of Exodia is the 3 relics in the Regnets. Now, he's only got 2 legs, so he's still doing okay because he's got the chest piece, and that 3rd leg of Exodia, it's just never going to come along because you can see 2 of the relics have gone into the Regnet, or the Abbey of the Trinity. I don't know where the 3rd one is, though. Is the 3rd one still coming back? 3rd one could still be coming back. 3rd one's still coming back. So he did manage to secure it up eventually. So Viper going to be happy with himself that he denies out that 3rd relic from his Holy Roman Empire opponent. And this is something I encourage you guys always to remember. When you're playing up against the Holy Roman Empire, you must, with a capital M, a capital U, a capital S, and a capital T with an exclamation mark in there as well, which is just poor grammar at this point, if I'm honest with you guys. You must deny their relics if you want any chance at victory. So Viper going to be happy that that his enemy only gets the 2 out of the 3. Not too bad. Now going to be looking to capture the sacred site down towards the south side. 3rd town center has been added for Viper. So I am glad that he listened to his little bird on the shoulder. Now he might have actually had this all along. I wouldn't be surprised with how advanced these farms are that he's probably had this town center for like the whole time. I guarantee you, dude. I guarantee you he had this town center all along. So Viper adding in a 3rd town center at some point during this game. He's sitting on 71 villages at the moment. Leenock on 81. Keep in mind the 2 versus 3 relics. Realistically, it's pretty even, to be honest, though. You've got about 400 gold a minute coming in for Viper because he's got the 3 relics and the sacred site. And then you've got the 700 gold a minute coming in for his opponent. Leenock now up in the Imperial Age, though. Does have that elite knight upgrade, so he's going to be looking to go into what appears to be heavy cavalry. Obviously getting that upgrade for the Elite Knight really, to me, indicates that he plans to do that. A lot of crossbows out here. Leenock going to be looking to come in here, do a little bit of damage. He manages to get on the villagers as well. Some Springalds out on the back line, not going to be doing too much work. As you know, those guys did get nerfed, and now it sounds like Sacred Site is getting neutralized down towards the south. All of those units getting cleaned up. Now, keep in mind, even though they've got that elite upgrade, crossbow's still going to absolutely destroy them, and that's exactly what they do. Manages to break through on this south side, and now coming in with a prelate as well as with an elite knight, and going to be looking to capture up this Sacred Site. Quick, smart. But now managing to repel out these units. You can see the range mass beginning to build from Viper, and I do love the composition coming out from Viper, because when I see mass horse archer, when I see these mass crossbows, I'm immediately thinking Mangonel. What does Viper have? He's already got the Springalds out. So very smart moves from Viper. Why do I hear relics being picked up? What are you doing with that relic? You put that relic back immediately, Warrior Monk. This is a Holy Roman Empire versus Rus game. You do not want to be taking that out onto the map. You do not. You never want to allow your enemy the ability to potentially have this relic. You put that right back now, sir. Put it back. Put it back. I feel like I'm yelling. I feel like I'm screaming. I just realized the entire game that we've been casting this in the top right-hand corner, it said Leary versus Puck. I can assure you, this is not Leary versus Puck. We can just get that off the screen right now. Hold on, if I get that off the screen right now, then it's just going to uncover the score for you guys. I'm going to leave that up there for now, but I will have you guys know this is not Leary versus Puck. I do not have my my other application on. This is the Viper versus Leenock. So apologies for the confusion if you've just come in here and you've just wondered what the hell's going on. But to explain a little bit, I would say at this point, Leenock definitely seems like there's a window for him. So within the next 5 to 7 minutes, there is a window for Leenock to strike before Viper really hits that villager peak. So Viper sitting at 91 villagers at the moment. Leenock on the other side, 109. So you can see he's pulled ahead 108, or by about 18 villagers at this point. Maintains pretty good map control as well. You can see his villagers out here. He's cleaned up water completely. On Viper's side, he's going to be able to age up to the next stage. Now you can see he's got plenty of resources in the map. But the big thing for him is he's just got to wait until he can really hold on for that late game. So ideally what he wants to be looking for are those fully upgraded Springalds with the Streltsy, with the men-at-arms on the front line. That's what he wants to be fighting with. But, you know, he's going to be going up against Leenock, one of the Korean champions. And Leenock is no slouch when it comes to late game fighting. Leenock is, I would personally say, one of the guys who popularized the Trebuchet build order. So for anybody who hasn't seen it, essentially what Leenock might potentially look to do is go for mass trebuchets. And when I say mass trebuchets, I'm really talking like 5, 6, 7 trebuchets. It is not out of the question for Leenock to do that. He's done it before. And we now see a keep going to be going up on this north side, looking to secure up the stone outcropping here for Leenock. But he's looking very strong at the moment. You can see that he's got all of his infrastructure in, plenty of farms out here, but just main thing that he's struggling with is that gold per minute, primarily just because he's only got 2 relics and not the 3 that you would love to see. But we'll take a look at his infrastructure, how he's doing. 21 infrastructure buildings at the moment, so 14 of which are barracks. He is 100% playing for the win right here. I can just feel it coming. All those men-at-arms, all those spears, all those elite upgrades. We'll have a look at his blacksmith if we can see if... Let's see if we can spot it out. Yeah, he's got the speed upgrades. It looks like he's got +3 coming in right now on the range. So he has got full upgrades for these. He means business, man. He is going absolutely wild. Already got the melee infantry upgrades. This is scary. This is really scary for Viper right now. I'm kind of worried. So this is the 100% the window that he can hit, because Viper needs to get out that Streltsy mass to be able to really take control of this game. And you can see that Viper is now getting roller shutter triggers. He has reached the Imperial age, so we'll check in with his Siege Workshop, or his High Armory rather. He is going for Banded Arms. So this is what he wants 100%. The only thing is that he needs to let his opponent... he wants his opponent to delay the fight as much as possible. It's imperative to Viper that the game continues on. So ideally, he wants to be fighting at about 31, 32 minutes. Like, that's really the window that Viper wants to be looking for that victory, or for that fight, because then he's going to be able to reinforce the Streltsy and his men-at-arms. But in the meantime, I mean, we can check right now. You can see elite spears coming in here, having a bit of a tough time. Only 12 production facilities here, only 5 of which are barracks. So you compare that over to Leenock, and Leenock push beginning to build now. A huge mass bombard also going to be out here for Leenock. He's looking incredibly strong. We're going to head into the cinematic mode and get ready for these guys to begin fighting out. I'm going to take you guys in there. We're going to hit this new button because it looks like a battle is about to begin. There she goes. And you've got a beautiful clear screen as these two players try and tee off towards each other. Leenock over on the right-hand side of your screen going to be pushing in those Springles, teeing off and managing to try and take out that Bombard, getting absolutely melted. Leenock's push. Leenock's Holy Roman Empire death push is absolute insanity. Look at the way that comes through here. We hear a Mangonel firing off towards the left of your screen. Not a whole lot of luck right there. Managing to tee off, but Viper in significant trouble now as he begins to face raids in multiple positions. One woodline going down, second town center down towards this south side, main town center as well in the middle. It looks like he's walled off towards the North University, also coming up for him, so he could be looking for that flaming arrow upgrade, but you can see that castle has gone down on the front line. Bombard continue to move in, and Viper looking like he might be in a bit of trouble here. Second Mangonel going to come out, but just not doing anywhere near as much damage as it should be, because these units are Imperial age units. A third Mangonel, rather, I say. I take that back. But Springles, or rather the crossbows here, going to be trying to defend, but unfortunately all those Mangonels just going down. He's got a single one that remains, barely doing any damage whatsoever. Leenock looking incredibly strong. We'll take you back into the UI screen, and before we do that, it looks like the game is going to be called. Leenock wins the game, Viper taps out, and faces the wrath of the Korean machine. Very well played right there from Leenock. Identifies the window, pushes exactly where he needs to. We'll take a look at the village account and identify exactly how he spots that. So you see here Leenock, just wonderful, that 5 TC boom coming out strong and manages to spot that window right there. So it would have lasted for a couple more minutes. Beautiful job by Leenock. Absolutely identifies the win condition. Incredibly well played. Good game. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Viper is an absolute beast. Unfortunately, no luck for him today. Leenock incredibly strong. I look forward to seeing what N4C has got in store for us. We're going to see Leenock. We're going to see Viper going up against each other head-to-head. And a big shout out to Alpha X for hosting this show match.